Hello everybody. Hi Wanda. Hi Catherine. I hope you're doing good. Here finally the snow started melting. We are expecting next weekend another wave of sub-freezing cold, but by Friday it's supposed to go up in the lower 60s. We are still going to have freezing temperatures at night, but you know, what can you do? It's January. So I thought of actually showing you a few ways of making steampunk hearts, because believe it or not, steampunk is still very much in fashion and it's very much sought after for Valentine's Day. So especially the ones of you who sell stuff would be interested in that. Hi Mona. Now, one of the main textures that I do recommend, and let me actually get on Polyclay Play so I can show you the stamps and more. We want textures. No, are the makings textures. And I wanted to go on Polyclay Play to tell you exactly the sets they are in. But as I was saying, and let me get a little bit more this way. Okay, so let me make sure that you see what I'm trying to show you. Yes, you do. So we have, excuse me, we have this texture that is very metallic-y. As you can see, it leaves very metallic imprints, and I'm opening the sets to see exactly which is which, in case you want to, in case you don't have them and you want to purchase them. Polyclay Play has them at $4.85. And not this. Yes, give me just a second. I don't know, I didn't open this ahead of time. My fault. I'm opening them all now so I can, I don't have to do that when I get there. All right, so this one is in set A. And let me actually show you as well. So as you can see in set A, and it's the only one in set A. Then there is one that is actually gears. Let me see, this is actually gears. I use it, I'm gonna be very honest with you, I sometimes use it for flowers in Mokumegane. And this is, she doesn't have this one. Bummer. Well, then there's the hexagon that also leaves metal-like patterns. Not so much as bee come, but as actual metal patterns. And this is in set C. As you can see, it's this one. And then let's get back to, let's see, this is the sweater pattern. The sweater pattern is in set E. But it leaves metal-like prints. And yeah, if you were wondering what I'm using generally for this type of textures, I just went to Goodwill and I got a wedding album, and I broke the thing because normally there are 2 photos getting in here, and I just broke the thing between the 2 photos, and it fits perfectly. Then there's the scales one that is in set D. I'm not going to go back and forth. Also, this one that leaves a very metallic type prints, that is in, no, not this one, not this one. Okay, I guess she doesn't have this one. Well, I guess we'll forget about this one unless you have it. I'll have to check my Amazon influencer store. And this one also, she doesn't have it, and this one, I think they are from the same set as the gears. This one looks almost like mail, not chain mail, but you know, medieval armor style thing. And this one has eye screws. Not sure if you can see what it is. Let me see. This shows better. So it's a very easy, this is the brick, we don't need that. And these are screws, not eye screws, but simple screws. And you can use them for steampunk. No, this is actually a basket weave. Let me see if it is in this. Yeah, the one that looks like medieval armor is diamond in set E. This is called screen and is in set B. No, it's called weave, sorry. It's called weave and it's in set C. I don't think I have the, and there's one set H I don't have. I guess I need to put it on my list to buy. She has the set H that I do not have. These are not metal. Actually, just to give you a piece of advice, this is the, I think it's called curly cues. Curly fur in set E. This works great for backings because it makes things look very much like hammered metal. Now this one is called she doesn't have it. Well, we'll get to my Amazon influencer store and see what I have here. And this is it when it comes to the making textures. I have, oh no, I do have more gears from that set that she doesn't have. And these are scalpies. And there's a scale here too. And there's another scale that they had. I'm not sure if they still make these. Because unfortunately, some stuff is out of production. Give me just a second, let me see. Let me close all these windows and see my Amazon influencer store if I have any. Now, if you go to Polyclay Play, please do not forget to use my affiliate code, which I'm putting here once again. Remember, I do not really get money for this. I get a store credit, but it's still, I still can buy gift certificates with it, and it helps me help you. Let me see, in textures, let's get back into this. Textures. In ovens and thermometers, I really need to get through that again, and I'll have to go through the whole store because we'll have to see if and how tariffs affect anything. Okay, I definitely I passed the textures. Oh, no. Foiled magnet paint. Textures, there we go. Let's see, let's get all the way to the makings ones. And I guess I don't, huh? Well, yeah, I do have them. Let's see. This is the one that she has too. It's a very poor quality. Yeah, she has, Trish has it too. So they might not be making those anymore. And yeah, that helps a lot when you cannot see. Let's see what shows here. No, this does not have it. And this so set H has that see this pink one that I told you looks like metal. And let's check this one. Not really. Screen scribe, check and dot. No. So they probably don't make those anymore. But out of the other ones that are here, there are a few that do have more metallic-y look, and those would be mostly in the Cool Tools. And just remember that for Cool Tools you do have to pay shipping. They are not an Amazon Prime, and if you go on their website you may find way more than you can find on Amazon to purchase. And the shipping, I think, is better if you order on their website. I'm not in any way, shape or form associated with Cool Tools, but I absolutely love their their textures. Okay, so let's get to work. Okay, hi Silver, I hope you're doing good. So you can do this kind of stuff in two ways. You can do a regular and I'll show you how to make a steampunk even without having any kind of intrusions. You don't need to see my belly. I don't think so. Even if you don't have any kind of inclusions, but there are many that you can get. I have these are not actually, I had one of these kits from Lisa Pavelka, but I use them. And what I do, you're gonna laugh, but what I do, I go and get not so much from Goodwill, but I have a swap meet close to my house. I haven't been in a while, the truth be told, but I think like 2 years. And what I do, I buy very, very cheap, or you can also buy very, very cheap Chinese watches, but old style watches are the best, obviously. And I just break them and get the stuff inside, because this is what these are, the Lisa Pavelka one. They are quite expensive, but this is what they are. And then you can find cheaper on Amazon from various Chinese things. But another place I got a bunch of this stuff is, and I don't know how that's going to work if the tariffs come in. Again, we are in a big unknown right now. But I used to get a whole bunch of stuff from AliExpress. And the way that it used to work was, you know, I would order stuff from AliExpress. It's true, you have to wait 2 to 3 weeks for them to get here. But then I would test them, and then I would tell Trish at Polyclay Play, and then she would contact the manufacturer and be able to buy in bulk so she can sell it here. So there's no waiting. Anyway, so let's get first to making these. And I'm going to make, the first one is going to be more fancy. Okay, so this is and you can use all kinds of scrap clay that you have that is kind of sort of metallic-y, pearlescent-y, scraps of pearlescent. Whenever you worked with pearlescent and you had scraps, and you can just mix those scraps and you'll get a muddy unknown color, but that is still pearlescent-y, and you can do all kinds of stuff with it. So what I'm going to do first is to cut, obviously. And you can use this, you can use this. Actually, I'm gonna use this because it's more common. And of course I didn't cut it right. And I made a mess because I didn't place it where it was supposed to be placed. Okay, let's try this again. And my problem still hasn't been resolved, so we are still in the playing games phase. So I don't know. As I said before, I think that if this doesn't get solved in a month, I'm going to just move in a rental and just let the house go, because I cannot live like this anymore. Anyway, so presuming that you have everything, you have inclusions and you have all kinds of pretty things and all kinds of stuff, I'm going to use a little bit of this. So all you need, it can be gold. You can use gold with a pinch of green in it. You can use all kinds of things. And let me grab a making thing. And you because I told you that it looks very much like metal, and I was going to show you how it looks very much like metal. So I'm going to place a little bit of Armor All on the clay. And then remember, the good part is that the makings textures go perfectly through the machine. So you want to make it so it will be raised. So I'm going to put it on the side that has the dips. And I'm going to kind of center it on one of these lines. And I'm going to go through the machine with it. Make sure that it's the same thickness as the clay. And there we go. Look how beautiful it did the imprint. Grab my eyeglasses. And another thing for steampunk, try to avoid using the, yeah, I'm sorry, Catherine, but they kind of forced me to do it. I don't have any more the option for public broadcasts to have no ads, and I chose the lightest option, but I have absolutely no control. It is an automatic thing that happens, that's done by YouTube. I do not control when the ads come and how long they are going to last. The only place I can set to no ads, and I notice not always, is in the members live broadcast, but not on the public ones. All right, so what I was saying, try to avoid, when you're doing steampunk, try to avoid the copper with patina part, because generally steampunk looks nice and new and shiny, doesn't look like it's something worn out. I'm so sorry, because I said I wish I had any kind of control, but I do not. Okay, so I'm going to first cut it. So let's place it kind of like this would be the best part, and I'm going to try and kind of get a there we go, this should work. And here I need to come with my X-Acto knife. You know, we are more and more under the control of these. Hi, Elaine. That's good. And I'm going to gently bevel this. Just a little bit so it wouldn't look. With bronze you can do a little bit of patina, but because it doesn't make it look super aged, if you want, but not with a copper, and that blue patina doesn't really work on steampunk. You can do, when you use it, it's not a steampunk anymore. I mean, you can do it, but as I said, it's not really a steampunk anymore. So I'm going to use the Art Alchemy. You can use any other thing, including, you can use the mica powders if you want. You can use acrylic bronze. There's a whole bunch of metallic acrylics. Just make sure that you go all over it. And the other thing that I'm going to do with it is I'm going to make a pipe. And maybe I will do a little bit of elements of steampunk to show you how you can do various elements even if you do not have a... And you cannot really find these as inclusions, you know. Okay, so to make a pipe, because that's where the steampunk comes. Remember, the Victorian era was the era of steam engines and all that stuff. So you can just do it directly with bronze clay, but what you want to do, you want first to do a little, not sausage, because sausage is too big, a little snake. Remember, it's thread, snake, sausage when it comes to the thickness of it. And it also depends on the size of the thing that you do. Maybe one of these days we should do a whatchamacallit, what is that? Steampunk jewelry box. How does that sound? Alrighty, so make sure that it's all nice and pretty, and then make sure that this is straight, and cut another piece here. And what you want to do is 2 little beads, and then you flatten the beads, and with this you bend it. I made these little legs too long. Yeah, maybe let me make it longer. Okay, you want to bend it, the ends. You want the ends to be bent. One of my ends is longer than the other. And you want it to be fairly straight when it comes to the middle part. And then we're gonna go one of these and place it gently here. And place this here so you can see where you need to set it. And then very gently get this on these ends, and it will look like a pipe coming out of the heart. I guess I still have one of those days where I can show you how to do it but not be able to do it properly myself. And my knee is feeling way better, and my fingers are super sticky right now. There we go. And then you can put some wax or whatever on it. Here we have a little steam pipe here, and then you can place, let me open this. I hate opening these things because I'm always afraid I'm going to splash them all over the place. Do splashage. Do any of you follow Little Billy on Facebook or YouTube? It was the guy who used the first the filter that makes your removes your nose and makes your mouth super big, and it was several years ago. He had a video on trying to unclog his toilet. Hi, Janice. And it's, I don't know, it's hilarious. I mean, I'm still laughing, and I watched it at least a dozen times. And I still laugh when I watch it. I don't even know why I keep this in here, because it's in a... I think I'm gonna just throw it away. And he calls whatever comes out of the toilet, because he's like a little guy who has no idea on how to unclog a toilet. And he calls whatever comes out of the toilet splashage. So me talking about splashing these things made me remember that. So that's how he's called. Little Billy does this and Little Billy does that, and it's absolutely hilarious. Okay, now depending on how big is your, see here I can go in and break this and actually get more parts. I guess I didn't break it all the way. There are some pieces I didn't break all the way. Let's see. Oh, this one still has a little bit of the spring left. Now, one thing that you need to keep in mind, if you put these on there and you don't cover them with resin, you will have, after it's baked, you'll have to very gently pry them out and glue them, because they will not stay stuck there. I'm trying to find a piece of machinery that would fit in that area. About this. No, it's too big. Well, this one has a spring too, but it's too big for what I need to do here. Well, I think I'm gonna just use a... This one still has the spring on it. This one has the spring on it. And be careful, because some of them have the little... I don't know if you can see this. See? So careful with this so you don't get poked. Because I honestly do not know how. No, this looks like something good, but I wouldn't use this directly. I'll put it in a resin thing. So let's just grab a... If I use this, let's see. Yeah, I do have another package or two of these, but I just didn't get them all. Okay, so here we have, this one is bent. One cannot always be super careful when dismantling one of these. So if I put one here and I put one here, hey, get in there. And I think that that little thing is bigger, thicker than the this. This should work just fine. And then you can go, or you can make the base, you can make it red if you so desire. Oh, this is clay. There was a tiny bit of clay there and I thought it was, yeah, Pokiauti Bits is a scientific name. You are so correct, I stand. Super corrected. Trying to find something small enough that it would go on that. Now see this. I'd like to get this little one. How can I get this little one? I think that this is a screw. No, it's not a screw, it's something else. Some of these you can separate them easily, some of them no. Well, this is too big. So all you have to do is to just, oh look at this. This actually had the, I don't know if you can see, but it has the days of the week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. That is so cute. Anyway, this can be as is, just like this can be. Just like this, a nice steampunk one. And once it is, of course you can put silver on this before starting to put stuff on, but remember, for clay to adhere to it, you'll have to put a little bit of bacon bond, and the same for this pipe. But for these, you'll have to take them out. You can actually take them out with a lot of care, so you don't leave traces in the clay before baking. But I would suggest just to take them out after baking, put a tiny bit of glue here, and then put them back on. And when it comes to glue, remember, I always prefer the Loctite in 2 parts, because that one does not because it's in 2 parts, it doesn't harden until it's mixed. And I've had the last one, I think I opened like almost 3 years ago, and I'm not even gone through a quarter of it, because we only use a tiny bit of stuff on our things. Okay, give me just a second, there's another. Another piece of inclusions that are fancier, but we're gonna make another fancy one. And this time I'm going to use, again, I'm going to use this and another makings thing. So let's see, I'm going to use the weave. So again, I want to have the raised parts coming out, so I'm going to use the parts that go inside. So this is the parts that come out, because remember, the makings are 2-sided, they're innies and outies. And once again, a little bit of Armor All, you don't want to use too much. And then checking it again, coming in here, and then I'm gonna go through the pasta machine with it. Alrighty, and look how pretty it is. It is fabulous. And I have some cling wrap here. And before I do anything else, I'm going to make sure that I'm not, and I'm going to use, now remember this is going to be shiny, and this one also, if you used wax, if you used acrylic metallic, it's going to look fine right away. Let me see, I'm going to use aged brass. So this is more goldish, as obviously aka brass. And you can do this in black and silver also, but I'm going to add a little bit of bronze to it because I don't want it to be too goldish. So let's add a tad of bronze. And then we are going to add stuff. Let me clean my flipping the bird finger. Remember, I don't use this finger, the middle finger, in an insulting sort of way. It's just that my index finger has nerve damage and I cannot feel much with it. So, let's see. This one has some really Swarovski thingies, some pretty ones, but it also has these little frames for the Swarovski thingies. So I'm going to use the prettiest thing I have. So look in whatever you have there. And this one says Swiss. Even. So I'm going to fix it real good, and then trying to make it, maybe it's the other way around, will work better. No, I managed to bend it. Oh well, maybe I'm not gonna put one there at all, you know. I'm trying to find the smallish one. These are round. Now I can place it. I'm going to have to rearrange it anyway after I add the resin. And a few of these in between. Maybe a tiny. Nah, yellow on yellow doesn't work very good. As I said, if we are doing resin, I can put this here. Hey, I just splashed that one all over the place. Do you need me to go zoom in? Let me know. if you think you're not seeing well as much as you would like to. I have a lot of other inclusions, but okay, I think this should be enough. And I'm going to put all my little things back in the little bag, because for the next one after this we are going to do a I don't have inclusions thing. And I might even use the mica powder instead of waxes and stuff, because a lot of people have the mica powder but not so much in terms of waxes and other flashy things. So now I'm going to place the resin on it. Sorry, I need to do this now, because if I don't do it, I told you, I will be splattering it all over the place. Okay. So, toothpick. Come on. But yeah, your best bet on getting this kind of little inclusions is to go to a Goodwill or to a swap meet and get old watches. Sometimes even clocks do the trick. Be very careful, because if you have this kind of parts here, you want to make sure that they are covered. You might have to use to add resin twice. Okay, don't get out on me. Don't spill. Don't spill. I spilled. I swear, sometimes it's really difficult to work with the camera in the way. Look how much I spilled. Oh well, remember I told you that it can be fixed easily, so, and I showed you. You just cut that out and file it a little bit, and everything will be just fine. But this will definitely need two layers of resin. Can you stop spilling? Okay, I need to put it in the lamp for a little bit, because it just goes whoop, because that part is much lower than the rest. Oh, polyouty bits, huh? It is hilarious. But yeah, as I was saying, if you do not have any kind of little inclusions and things, you can make that type of pipe that I showed you. You can make, I'll show you how to make little gears. Happy New Year to you too, Mona. Make little gears, how to make little screws, both if they are laying down or if you just put them in. The ones that you just put them in are super easy to make. But let me finish this. Because, okay, it's dry enough. I need to cover this part. just a little bit more, pinch, because I want it to go on this side. And now it can go back in the lamp. Okay, so my other, so various elements. Okay. Yeah, exactly, Elaine. Much easier to fix over spills. So to make a regular, and I'm going to get this piece to use as a base. To get a regular screw, like you want to show that there's a screw there, your easiest bet is to make a little bead, flatten it, and you can even flatten it where it's supposed to go, or you can also make a little bit of a little snake, and make sure it's nice and round, which this one is not. So one of the two, you either use the snake or you can use the flattened bead. Doesn't matter which. And then you use the back of your X-Acto knife and you can make a regular screw or you can make a Phillips screw. Make sure that you go on both sides, because the part towards you will not leave an imprint as good as the one away from you. And then all we have to do, let me actually use a brushed iron. There we go. Let me zoom in, because I think you'll see much better if I zoom in. And I need to zoom in for you to see those hearts as well. So you can see that the screws are just very screwy, and so you can see closer this pipe that I already showed you how to do. But of course you do it with more patience than what I did right here. Now for the screw, if you do not have the Makins texture, obviously, you just grab one of these, you cut it in half, and you also make a little bead. Flatten it and cut it in half. Then grab one of these halves. Actually, let's put it here. So remember, it's half of a snake. Put it here cut size down. Place the half of the flattened bead here. Oh, I'm not in the dough. And then all you have to do is this. And actually I'm gonna go with the so you have to do this before you put it in. Yeah, and here you can remove completely the very end tip, and there you have a screw. And the screw heads, you can actually first apply the wax or mica powder or whatever, and then go ahead and for the next one I need the itty bitty cutters. Which are actually called itty bitty doodlers. Alrighty, so let's grab a piece of this silver thing and a doodler and my eyeglasses. And I'm going to grab this thing that's a little bit more on the bigger side. You can either use I'm trying to give you solutions that would not involve anything that's super, so just cut and we go normal. And this one I'm going to cut in 3. You can cut it in 8. It all depends on how you feel at the moment. The snow is melting and I had to go outside and actually use the rake to remove some leaves, because as the snow melted and there were dry leaves left under and the drips were right on top of the dry leaves. Well, you need to do this with more patience than I can do it right now because I'm starting to hurt, so I'm making mistakes. But pretty much like this. This is how it would look like, of course with more carefulness. Or you can simply use if you have the makings texture, you can use that making texture and then just do a little bit of decoupage. But before I am done, I want to show you, no, it's an M here, not an N. Because I did before, one of the very interesting ones is this one. Let me open it. I did at one point. Okay. Was a steampunk journal. Just a second, because I am trying to do something here and I don't want to lose my copy paste. I don't want. Okay, so I guess I only did lives. Alrighty. So this is the journal. And let me get a little bit. And I think that I showed at that time, I showed how to make some various things, elements as well. And this is only the first part. There's another. Let's see. And this is finishing it. So let me get the link for it as well. And let's go more towards the end. As you can see, I did some steam pipes here as well. And I'm showing how to do various elements here too, and how to cover even the spine. And then this is members only. I'm making steampunk owls and butterflies. And then there was another, like, that was what, 4 years ago, steampunk heart with polymer clay and resin. So let me share it here too and take a little bit of a look at it. And here I showed different ways of making the base and using various other things. So there we go with I hope you enjoyed it and you will try. Oh, let me grab this one from the lamp. You will try to make your own, because they are not very hard to make and they look fabulous. And I did not turn this off. So this is it, right? Did I do another one before? I think I did another one before, didn't I? No, I didn't. No, these are the two ones that I did. Let me unzoom. Let me unzoom. There we go. So I hope you like it. I'm gonna have to fix this spill. Remember, you just grab, but I'm gonna do it after it bakes. Simply grab scissors and cut this part, and then you have to sand it a little bit, and it will be, this one looks almost like it's got 2 eyes and a mouth. That was unintentional. Okay, but it came up neat. And this one again, after you bake it, you can shine up the this is more classy steampunk if you want the one on the right. And it lost one of the things. I told you they come off, so your best bet is to glue them. So I hope you have a great week to come and you don't get hit by any winter storms or fires or whatever. And I will see you again next Sunday, and hopefully we'll bring up something pre-recorded, uploaded soon. Thank you. Have a wonderful day.